to share about.
那在这个部分哈，好，那您就直接讲了哈。那我们非常感恩高雄的仁医会也来站台相挺哈，所以这样的一个感动，让我们全部都能够感受。好，您可以开始讲了哈。
那个敬爱的上人、金色师傅，还有慈济的家人，大家好。我是仁医会的药师赖玉林。那今天跟大家分享的就是在新冠确诊后的长期抗
This is
战。
Dr. Lai here.
那严重特殊传染性
Father
肺
Jack,
炎，就是我们讲的新冠肺炎
Father
COVID-19。
Jack, will you
那它
take
是
over?
那个感染到新型冠状病毒所引起的哈。那依据那个西元的那个2021年的10月份呢，统
So
计大概
regarding
全球已经有2.4亿人感染，
past few
那
years,
死
we
亡
have
超
seen
过
the
了大概
COVID-19
500人。
virus.
那这些
We
的感染
have
呢，通常在
quite a number
4周
of
内是一种急
cases,
性的
but
期，
we've seen some
那这个
cases
急性
where
期慢慢
people,
的它就会
after they become infected,
那但是
developed
也有人因为急性
an
感染以
in
后引
immune
发的身体的一些免疫
their
失
autoimmune
调、发炎
imbalance
性的那个
and
健康
have
的，
a
还有一些
lasting
重症
impact
的
in
后遗
in
症，
their health.
而
But mostly we
让
see
这些症
people
状
starting
一直在
to
延
these
续
symptoms
下
start to
去。
resolve
那
after
这些的
12
症状
weeks
通常大概在12周以
symptoms.
后，
But
也
there
会慢慢
are
的
cases
减
where
缓。
it's
那
beyond the
还是有些人在
week
12周的
period.
这个症状
So
是
according to
慢慢的
WHO World Health
加重以
Organization's
后，
guideline,
那所以依据
they have
WHO 以
defined
及世界卫
this.
生的组织的一样，在2021年的10月6号的一个定义哈，就是当感
They
染
have
长期
defined
的
this
这些
as a new
后
term
遗
called
症哈，那
long
会变成
COVID.
长期的有一些影响以后呢，就会变成新的一个名词，叫做我们讲的 COVID-19 急性感染后的
According
一个
to
症候
the
群哈，
definition,
就是我们常常
uh,
讲的那个长新冠。
those who are infected
那
with the
依据
coronavirus,
321的原则，
whether it
感染
is
了这个长
suspected
新冠病
or
毒以
confirmed
后，那
infections, their
有
cases
确
may be
诊或者
more
是疑
than
似感染以后呢，然后
within 3 months
长达3个月，症状
of
长达
their
3个月，
infection,
然
and the
后
symptoms will
没有
continue
任
more
何
than
明
two
确的
months
诊断或是疾病
without
的
any
解释，
other
甚至有
related
些症状
diagnosis
是
or
一直在
disease.
3个月以后，然后又再持续3
So
个月以上呢，我们就会把它定义为
some of the
长新
mechanism
冠。那
of
长
this
新冠
long
的一个疾
COVID
病
may
剧
be due
种呢，
to
有一
a
个是因为
imbalance
那
in the
个
immune
身体免
system
疫
as
的
well as inflammatory
受
damage
伤哈。那
caused
因为这
by
个
the
急
acute
急
infection.
性感染引起的免疫
So
性的一个失
it
调，
may be that the
那
virus
也有
within
可
their
能会
body
在体内的一
is
些体内
constantly
的病
irritating
毒，
and
然
triggering the
后
immune
一
response.
起造成
Commonly,
一个
these
发
are some
炎
of the
性的一
symptoms
个
that we
伤
see in
害。
long COVID.
那
There
长新冠的常见的一
there
个
are more
症
than
状呢，
203 different symptoms
有
that
基
can be
本上有
categorized.
103种的一个症
Mostly,
状哈。
they,
那常
people will
见的
feel
是
fatigue,
比如说
tired,
呼吸困
losing
难，
sleep,
然后
as
认
well
知功能
as
下
a
降，
reduction in
然
their
后情绪
productivity.
的困扰、失眠
So
等等这些。
from
那
fatigue,
在长
they
新
may
冠的一个常见症
feel
状里面的话，最常见的就是像例如疲劳
they
哈。
don't have
那
any
这种疲劳部
strength,
分的话，常
whether
常
it
会
is
有全
mental or
身无力
physical,
感哈，然后包含身体
as
跟心
well
理的一
as
些
what we commonly
症状
call
哈。
a brain fog,
那疲劳以外，还有一
such
个就是我们
as
常讲的
they
脑
having
雾。那这个脑
difficulty
雾的部分的话，就常常
focusing,
我们在说我们常常比较会
difficulty
忘东忘西，注意
paying
力比较没办法
attention,
集中啊。
and
那
express themselves.
这个
Commonly,
的
we
的这部
see
分呢，就是表达也没办法表达那么清楚
that
啊，就是
brain
脑雾的
fog
部
and
分。
fatigue
那
are
常常那个疲
are
劳跟脑雾会常
accompanied
伴随
together.
着一起
Cough is
发生。
a very
那
typical
另外一个我
symptom
们比较
of
常见的就
COVID.
是咳嗽，咳嗽是最典型的
If
一
they
个
have
的
not
症
seen
状。
improvement
那
after
如果
8
大
weeks,
概
then we recommend
这个症状大概8
having
周一直都没有改善，就建议会再进一步去找
having
医
a
生
second
来
diagnosis and see if
确
there's
认一
any
下
other
到底这
contributing
个症
factors.
状是什么
There's
原因所
also
引起
known
引起的哈。那另
gastrointestinal
外一个呢，就
symptoms
是所
such
谓的肠胃
as
道的一
a
个
stomach
症状
ache,
肠胃道的一
muscle
个
ache,
那个腹泻啊、腹痛啊等等。那还有所谓的
and
肌肉的一个疲劳。
in
那
addition to
还有一个最
insomnia.
常发
So
现到的
if
就是所谓的一个
as
失
we
眠哈。
know,
那
if
如
you
果
sleep
长
less than
时
six
间的失眠
hours a
的一个
day
时
for a
间
long period of time,
超
there
过
are
6小时
detrimental
以上，
effects
也
to
会
your
对身
health,
体有一
such
些
as
健
high
康
blood
的一个
pressure,
例如会
heart
高
disease,
血压哈、心脏病等
So, what kind of people typically have experienced long COVID? It's typically those who have been hospitalized or having severe infections, as well as those with other chronic diseases. People who have not received any vaccinations or have developed multiple immune inflammatory syndromes are those who are higher risk. So far, there are currently no medication that's developed for long COVID. Mostly is focusing on relieving the symptoms. It's also a effect on the patient's mental and neurological states. For female patients, they maybe experience more neurological effects. About 30 to 40% of COVID patients will experience that, such as experiencing symptoms like anxiety, uh, difficulty sleeping, brain fog, etc. We have found certain tea, such as lavender, orange peels, roses, that can help relieve some of these symptoms there. For those who have difficulty focusing or have cognitive difficulties, we recommend them taking food that are rich in omega-3 fatty acid, as well as vitamin B groups, such as dark green vegetables, mushrooms, squash, soybeans, and nuts. And we know that these nutrients are also very beneficial to our overall immune system health. For symptoms regarding fatigue, we're recommending whole grains such as whole wheat, whole grain rice. For symptoms such as muscle pains, I would recommend increasing the intake of calcium, magnesium, potassium, vitamin D, as well as a sufficient amount of protein. For those who are magnesium deficient, they may experience fatigue or being tired easier than compared to other people. And or for those who are experiencing GI distress, such as stomach ache, lack of appetite, or nausea, we recommend them to avoid any fried foods, spicy foods, or heavily seasoned, heavily salted foods. They can drink a small amount of ginger tea or the four herbal soup, and that can help their appetite. For respiratory syndromes such as coughing, shortness of breath, chest congestion, chest pain, we're same thing recommending them to avoid fried foods, heavily seasoned or spicy food, and intake other more nourishing foods such as pears cooked in rock sugar. In the Chinese medical department in Taichung Tsinghua Hospital, there are exercises that are developed to help resolve the chest congestion. We look for the video here. So what can you? So if you, as long as you can spread your arms, you can improve your air intake. Certain motions, such as in a bubble motion, and it help reduce the shortness of breath. So this is just a very short an overview of some of the gestures. So as you can follow, like here, if you raise your arm slowly and slowly tiptoe and stretch out and open up your chest. And then you can also go from left to the right. I'll spread your left hand out and then pull back with your right arms to open up your chest. You do that on both sides, left and right. If you look online, if you're interested, you can find more detailed introduction and training videos online. So lastly, how do we prevent long COVID? The most important is to not get COVID in the first place. So one is to be properly immunized, wear your face mask and keep a social distance, as well as avoiding a very crowded space. So these are things I would like to share with you all. So very grateful for our doctors for sharing today, and let's give him and let's just read together that our doctor and nurses have love, and then our society will be full of good relationships. So the 10 minutes that they've shared, they've just stand here for 10 minutes. Fortunately, nobody here passed out because they're all doctors or they're all in the medical professional. So if there's any mishaps, they can help take care of themselves. And even our CEO is also a doctor, so we're well covered today. Today, he is our speaker, and this is so being a speaker, we will have our little gift here, our bag. For all our speakers who have come here, we'll give them this bag, our totes bag, and you can feel it. Yesterday, when we just started, we just started this move yesterday, and now already have donated 100,000 to the earthquake relief in Japan. And this afternoon, our sewing club or meet together and create the little monks for these bags. We have also invited our designers, artists to design this logo, this emblem here, and we're very fortunate that they were able to open the production line early for us. So very grateful that they were able to do that just in time for the earthquake in Japan. And it's also a very useful tool. But the most important thing is this is not just the money that we want, but rather it is the love. We hope that everyone's love will join together and let this goodness vibrate and share across the world. So we have not received the full shipment, but we're still waiting for the shipment. So we only have a small amount here for all our speakers and our guests today. So let's give a round of applause here. And next, our time is, we'll pass it on to our exercise team. Now, sitting here for 2 hours, it's time for you to stand up. So if you can follow along here. And have the best